All right, so we are off from Telluride to Ouray. Imogene, I'm sure a dozen people will tell me how to pronounce it in the comments, so I look forward to that. Imogene Pass is closed on the Telluride side, so we're driving around to Ouray, and we're gonna do it from the Ouray side. So we'll do part of the trail up to the peak, and then turn around and head back down. So we'll see how crowded that is, but we're gonna go there now. But all the Jeep guys and the twin Jeeps have chase lights, which is really nice in situations like this where it's crazy dusty. For a little splashy. I broke my truck. It's a pretty good flexion. Oh yeah, this tire's off. Oh! We're good. We're good.
Oh my god, dude.
We're okay. It's just driving itself. The self-driving package. Oh no, where are you taking me? Oh, correcting. No. Let's try again. No. Here's the little spot we drove out on last time. I think we'll go up a little higher. It's closed up ahead.
I mean, that looks pretty good. Holy shit. Ruby.
Shame it's so smoky. We're at the top of Imogene. The sun is crazy. Where is it? Over here? Can you see it? Yeah, right there is a red sun. But super windy up here. Nobody else at the top, surprisingly. So they're getting some Jeep photos. Getting some Tacoma photos, but it's closed towards Telluride. Whoop! Closed towards Telluride, so we're going back the way we came. We're kind of matching.
Look at that. We're wearing our Colorado flannels.
Kind of matching there.
I'm kind of bummed out because we were down in Telluride earlier and everything was closed here. We just met these guys up here and they're like, oh yeah, there was a bridge that was closed, but we went down in the ravine and climbed back up, and so they got here anyway. We took a big highway detour, but we're up here.
I mean, I think technically it's closed,
yeah,
and you're not supposed to go through, but some people did.
But we made it, and this is pretty awesome. Looks like we were wheeling on the moon.
Yeah, we're on Mars. The red sun helps it feel more like Star Wars or something.
For sure.
Tatooine, maybe. All right, we're gonna head back down. It's chilly up here. Good vibes right now.
Dude, it's good, Mike. Good one, man. The shots we got were shitty.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, this is insane.
With all my lights on.
Hang on, Mike, hang on.
Turn them off. Now we're gonna head back to camp, make a little bit of dinner, relax for the night, get ready for the potential blizzard tomorrow. So I need to figure out what I'm doing, if I'm gonna try and leave early or just brave the weather on the drive home. Fajita!
See, strategy, cheese on the bottom, make sure it's all melted nice. Like that.
Got the bacon, got the eggs.
The corned beef hash.
Corned beef.
A little seasoning.
Woo!
One of those
Eating good this morning.
Yeah, this is one of those good trail breakfasts that'll stick with you for a while.
So pro tip is, whenever you go camping, if you bring someone with a scuttle, they're typically cooking.
That's right.
All right, so we just had breakfast, and there's a lot of cool vehicles here. So I've decided to separate the videos and make a separate video where I talk about AJ and I are gonna do one dedicated video for his, because it's kind of a tradition. Every time he gets a new rig, we do a walk around. And then we'll talk about the other two AEV Jeeps and then Dave's Prospector a little bit. So I'm gonna put that as a follow-up video to this video because we kind of talked too long and this video would be super long. So in this video, you just get a quick, brief overview of a bunch of Wranglers on 37s. That one's got a GFC. We got the Prospector XL on 40s or 41s, I believe. And then we have me. But in this video, I'll just quickly go through my setup. You guys have seen it enough, so I don't need to talk too much. But I have this Cascadia 4x4 solar panel. That's a new addition on the roof, or on the hood. I'll talk about that more later. These lights, which I had to blur out in a previous video, are the KC Flex Era 3s. I'm gonna do a whole lighting video update. And then what I got going on this solo trip, I showed a little bit of this, I think, Pelican Air 1507 with this newer bag in it, and that's all my camera gear. I've been using a little bit of the GoPro. Got some snacks and some shoes, DACA pouches. I'm charging the Goal Zero in the back. I'm using a Goal Zero 500 that I've been charging when I drive from the cigarette lighter. And that is what I'm using to power my fridge the whole time. So the fridge, this is towards the end of the trip. CFX 35, fits nicely in here. I have it strapped down there and there by the handles. And yeah, just got some snacks. Liquid Diet. My Mertex duffel bag. I'm kind of feeling like I already talked about most of this stuff, but just a little bit of food down in there. And then we have just the iCamper. And that's it. I got a chair, sleeping bag, water jug, and some recovery gear in the back. Pretty minimal though. And I was testing out, Petzl just sent me this headlamp. It's kind of like a tiara. What it really makes me feel like is I'm in Oblivion, like the colors and the futureness of it. It's kind of an interesting headlamp that I've been using this trip. It's been working out. And yeah, we've had the luxury of Dave brought his trailer because they just came from Moab. They've been doing some dirt biking and stuff. They got their dogs, so they had this home base. So they procured this camp spot and we've been hanging out inside there, which has been super nice. A couple of the guys have been sleeping in there. But Sean and I have been in our trusty rooftop tents. It's here. Tonight's the night that it's gonna get a little dicey.
It's supposed to be below 30 now, like 28, 27.
Yeah, in the 20s.
Yeah.
So I'm leaving before the storm hits because I need to be back. I have a thing that I gotta do Wednesday morning, which I'll make a video on later as well, but it really looks like the weather is moving in. I don't know if you can tell, so we'll see. We'll see what we do. Got the whole crew out. Prospector, Wranglers, ready to hit Poughkeepsie. So we are heading towards, I think we're taking Mineral, which is the beginning of Engineer, to Poughkeepsie, and we'll see how that goes because it's supposed to rain and snow today. It's only had a little drizzle so far, so we'll see. now we're on the beginning of Alpine Loop. This little section we're gonna do is called Mineral Pass.
Is he good on that? Is he good on the... Yeah.
So a couple guys just passed us going the other way. So they turned around because they said it was too sketchy. So I don't know, we may turn around, we may not. So we've decided to go ahead and push onward. So we're gonna keep going. So we will go forward to Poughkeepsie. This current situation. We're all grouped back up. So we had another group of people go past us, said they turned around because the weather was bad, but also they got lost. So I don't know, we haven't come across anything we can't turn around and go back if it gets worse. So we're gonna press forward a little bit at least. The wall's up ahead, so I've never seen that, so we'll see that. And then yeah, from there, we'll figure it out. I do have a 4 or 5 hour drive ahead of me through some pretty sketchy passes if it's blizzarding, so I don't mind getting out of here whenever. So I'm just gonna kind of along for the ride, and we'll go till we stop and turn around. So now we're going up all this stuff that could be sketchy if it turns to ice, but current conditions are all right. So we're pressing onward. I think we're about halfway through. So it's about equal distance turning around and going back versus going forward. So we're just gonna go forward and see how it goes. Fair bit of tire slippage up through here. So this is always much steeper than it looks. Nothing wouldn't be a thing at all if there wasn't snow on the ground, but these guys are losing traction. Ahead of me, they're running BFG KO2s as well, which are pretty good in the snow, so we'll see what we got going on here. So unfortunately here, our lead vehicle, which is a locked front and rear Rubicon on 37s, can't, it's just too slick and steep. So we are, sorry, I was walking around a bit. So we're gonna have to back down this super long, steep stretch.
Dave's gonna look at it, but man, I don't know,
so
dude.
we'll see how it goes. But it was a fun trip so far. I love watching these prospectors get it. Just such big, gnarly things. So there's a couple spots that we may be able to turn around right here, hopefully. So we're gonna try that out. Sorry, this is all the zoom I got. Sliding around a little bit, but looks like he's gonna get it. So I'll back down to there and spin it around. Just sliding all over the place here, so good chance I'll slide into a boulder or something. Could probably lower the pressure a little bit. 12s and 11s. So that's relatively low pressure for no beadlocks or anything, but I could go a little slower if we need to, but I think we'll be fine. Pretty gnarly little section right here. Woo! Slipping in and sliding. See what happens to me.
Little flick around that corner.
Slowly making our way down, sliding. Pretty sketchy, honestly. Shouldn't have come up, probably. We were discussing not coming up, and we're like, we're all got capable rigs and stuff, so we went for it. And yeah, now we're just gonna have a slow drive back. Made it back to the start of Poughkeepsie, and
Take a piss break real quick.
we'll head back down on Mineral.
Copy that.
Your back's gonna slide in a sec, probably. You're fine. You're fine, you're down.
This is the slidey part. Nothing like driving on the edge of a cliff in slushy snow, am I right? That white Prospector looks nice in the snow though.
These trees have some weight on them now. Hey, which way are we going down?
All right, I made it down now. We're gonna swing into Ouray for some lunch. Maybe we'll be driving behind this crazy logging truck out there. If I can get focus. There it is. Well, it was, you know, a little dicey, but nothing too crazy. We all made it out unscathed. So we are back on the $1 Million Highway now, 550, headed into Ouray to get some late lunch. And then I will be hitting the road.
Still very wet though.
This big old snow now.
We'll pull over right here because I believe the brewery is right here on the... It's so good, I love it. Oh, it is.
I'm on perfect
We're cleaning the table for you first free right now.
Good day.
That was good.
Sketch?
A little bit.
Little sketch?
Just because, you know, it's snow. And we were going up. And we were already at 10,000 feet. So, but other than that, it was...
Other than that, cheers, guys.
Cheers. Yeah, that was awesome. Coming down, it was
Coming down was easy.
It was, yeah. But it was all fresh snow too, so it was like breaking trail behind us all over again.
Yeah.
It was just,
As we were going up, it looked steeper than it did coming down.
it was rad. And for guys like me who are around the desert all the time and I get to wheel in the snow, it was fun. Anytime you get a chance to, you know, or anytime you get a chance to do it.
Like 400 foot.
You guys
clip.
anything to munch on at the moment?
So I just brought the power tank along, and that made quick work of these tires. So we're all aired up, ready to hit the road. This is like the 6th car I've seen off the road. Driving conditions are not awesome. So this has been the gnarliest driving experience of my life. The road I was supposed to take was Monarch Pass and it was closed. So I found another route, which was this, and it looks like one other person, maybe a couple people have been on this road at this part. There's parts where there's nobody had driven on it, so I aired down. I'm at 18 psi right now. Maybe should go a little lower, but total white knuckle driving, so hopefully I make it where I need to go. I'm still 40 miles out though, so we'll see. Well, there are some cows blocking the road, so hopefully they move out of the way. Don't want to hit you, cows. Alright, well, the worst news that could have happened is that the road is closed, so I gotta find a way to where I'm going. Alright, little change of environment. I did make it back home, but I'll tell you a quick story real quick. I got to that road closed sign, and that was a 2-hour detour, but a little over 2 hours because I didn't see another car on the road probably for about an hour. It's just this random road. Stupid Google and Apple Maps, actually, I confirmed, took me on this detour, and it's a seasonal road, so the road was closed. So I got there. Fortunately, right there I had service and was able to kind of GPS my way back, though. It was pretty simple. I would have been able to find it without GPS. So I drove 2.5 hours back. So I took this 5-hour detour to get back to where I started, basically, which was Gunnison, and I called, and I had Ashley calling on the way back, and then I called a bunch. No hotels open. They were all completely full. The whole town was full because Monarch Pass was closed. So I was like, well, I guess I'm just gonna find a Walmart or something and sleep in my tent because that's what I've been doing the last 3 nights. But real quick, I Googled to see if Monarch Pass had by chance opened up, and it had. So I drove. By this time it was a little after midnight, and I drove super slow. Monarch Pass was open, but still pretty sketchy. And I made it to Buena Vista. And I went to bed at like 3 a.m. And then that next morning is when I filmed the Bronco video. So the Bronco video is already on my channel, so you might have seen it. So that is why I kind of had to make it to Buena Vista that morning. But oh man, that was, I do that stuff more often than I should because I'm usually in my truck and I got recovery gear and I have survival gear, and I'm like, whatever happens, I'll be all right. But I thought for sure there was a 95% chance I'd end up in a ditch or something, because I slid off into a ditch. Not that I murdered and ended up in a ditch, but slid off a ditch or off the side of a cliff. So that whole snow thing, snow's pretty sketchy. Living in Colorado, I'm pretty accustomed to it, but I'll still always recommend not going out in snowy conditions unless you're going out to go snow wheel with friends. But typically better off just staying home when you can and not taking the drives on freeways like that. So yeah, that happened, but made it home. And then here you'll see behind me, if you don't follow me on Instagram, well, you should follow me, but if not, you don't know about this. This is an FJ60 that I picked up. I don't really know why. Well, I know why. I've wanted an FJ60 ever since I got my FJ80, which I still do have, but I don't really have a reason for this. But I've been shopping them for one reason or another for the last 6 months, just waiting for the right one at the right price to come for sale, and I finally found it. So I've been cleaning this thing up, and again, don't know what I'm gonna do to it. But if you wanna see a walk around of that, I'll probably do it. But if you have any questions, let me know down below and I'll get them answered for you. These also, I'm filming this on the day I'm gonna upload it. These Oakleys in multicam frog skins are releasing today if you're into them. I'm not really an orange lens guy myself, but I am a multicam guy. But yeah, Oakley and multicam sent me out a set. So these are releasing today. I'll put a link down in the video description below if you're into the multicams and frog skins at all. Other than that, things are good. I'm alive. Just the last weekend or the weekend before, I was out with Jack Carr filming a walk around of his crazy awesome FJ62, so that's coming. We did some EDC stuff, so that's coming as well. I'm borrowing a Jeep Gladiator from RMT. I think I can talk about it, but I'll have that starting in a couple days for a couple of weeks. So I'll be doing some Gladiator stuff just because I have the opportunity to do that. So a lot of cool stuff coming. And then one other video that I'm gonna do is addressing the potential collapse of America, but not really. I'm not an alarmist, but I am gonna make kind of a prepper related video. I've been getting a lot of emails like, Mike, why haven't you talked about the world ending? Why haven't this, that, and I don't know, just because I've been enjoying life. Because if the world really is ending, I kind of want to enjoy the last bit of life that I have, but I don't really think it's ending. But I'm gonna make a video that's kind of addressing that and giving some of my thoughts on that. So if you've been waiting for that video, it's coming as well. Get subscribed to the channel if you aren't already. You know, all that YouTube stuff, comment, like, whatever. As always, LLOD.US/coupons. I always appreciate you shopping, and I will put information to, you know, stuff I'm wearing and gear I used in the video and all that down below like I always do. I appreciate the support. You guys are awesome. And until next time, take care.